Hiya folks, I'm back. It's me, Scott. Review guy Scott. Did you ever think you would see me again? But I'm back. I was working an extra job, a temporary position, that not only left me exhausted at the end of the day, but also made me late in wrestling watching. So I was a little bit behind, and you know, my mindset tends to be, well, you know, why talk about something that happened so long? I just kind of feel like the train, you know, moves so fast that everything is out of date after a couple of days. So, you know, I just kept, you know, I just didn't have time and just didn't. And as you can see by the quality of the video thus far, this might not be a very good video. And it might be a very long video. I don't know. I would like to talk about Raw, because we've had it was a good show just moments ago. I don't know if there's anything worth talking about last week necessarily. Batista quit. Bret Hart installed as general manager. Then and then the debut of the Usos, but we'll get to that in a second. And then, I definitely want to talk SmackDown as well, because that was a good show Friday. So let's just let's just catch up. This will be a catch-up time, you know? We'll just chat, you know? We'll just have a nice chat. There we go. I feel much better now. Happy Memorial Day. Last day of May. Goes fast, doesn't it? Older you get, the faster it goes. Thank you. I just wanted to say something that old people always say. And I hate that. I hate it when they say that. Even though it proves to be true, oddly enough. Okay. So we get Edge and Evan Bourne fighting, which didn't make a whole lot of sense, and it made for an unusual opening, which, of course, we got the payoff later, kind of. But Orton comes out. Edge says, "Now we know you're not 100%," and Orton RKO's Edge, but then grabs his shoulder. And we all know in real life Edge's shoulder, Randy Orton's shoulder is hurt. But then they rear it a little bit later to possibly explain his absence from the Fatal 4-Way. I don't know. We're going to have to find out in coming weeks. Certainly it made for an exciting main event or something. So let's talk about the Daniel Bryan stuff. That's the next thing that happened. Daniel Bryan granted a one-night contract to fight The Miz. So the last video I made, I was talking about the Daniel Bryan interview when he was ousted from NXT. I said at the time that I thought there was some reality in there. I thought that he was shooting. Everybody commented to that video and said, "Nope, wrong, Scott. Nah." They said NXT is a taped show. WWE they would have edited that out, and everybody said it was going to be, you know, building into a storyline. I'm still not so sure this was all planned. Yes, NXT is taped, but at the same time, WWE is pushing this, hybrid reality show thing, and they might have taken the reality of what he said and said, "Well, it's real, so it's." But the thing though that still I'm not satisfied, believing that it was all fake. When he pulled out his old name, Bryan Danielson. Everybody said, "Oh, well, he's going to come back as Bryan Danielson." But he hasn't. That part has been completely forgotten and ignored. So that's why I kind of think that the WWE might have been taken off guard a little bit by that, and maybe they changed their plans. This is just my opinion, and I could be wrong. I'm quite often wrong, but this time we'll just have to see. So he attacks Michael Cole once. Then Michael Cole demands an apology. Then Michael Cole slaps him. Now, the only unfortunate thing is the camera made it very hard to see the slap. So I've seen it several times. I've rewatched the moment, and so and the thing though is that Michael Cole makes a few good points. You know, when Michael Cole said, But I guess tonight though, Daniel Bryan was proven to be the fan favorite and the victor, and we'll get to that in a second. See, again, I just don't feel like it's cohesive, and I apologize. I really do apologize. But point being, Daniel Bryan didn't. So R-Truth faces Jericho. R-Truth wins. Bret Hart announces that the names of the people that attacked the Hart Dynasty last week were the Usos. And I thought he said the Oozles, kind of like heffalumps and woozles are very confusals. And I said the Oozles, that's the worst name for a tag team since the Dude Busters. I really hate the name Dude Busters. I kind of feel like I had really high hopes for Croft and Beretta, you know. I really thought I thought we had something there. I thought, now call me crazy, I thought that we were getting the WWE's version of the Motor City Machine Guns. Young guys, arrogant. I thought that initially they were going for arrogant faces, arrogant but likable, cool jerks. Cool jerk? It's a song. I don't know, maybe you haven't heard that one. I thought that's what we were getting with Croft and Beretta. Then they became just your traditional heels, and I started losing favor and losing faith. And then they call them the Dude Busters, and I'm like, just go ahead and send them back. Send them back. They'll come back. But nevertheless, the Usos, and Bret is not gonna punish them because he wants the Hart Dynasty to have some actual adversity. So we'll meet the Usos later. Santino and Eve versus Regal and Maurice, and Regal brings out his old buddy Vladimir Kozlov. And here's what I said to myself. I said, I know what I'm going to say when I make my video. I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to predict that Vladimir Kozlov is going to turn face in all of this. Because I'm always predicting, pardon me, I dropped my pen. I was trying to grab it with my toes, but I know, not a great mental image for you, but so I'm always predicting face turn, heel turn, but this one I felt good about because I feel like they've been trying. I think they ran out of ideas for Kozlov a long time ago. And I think on ECW they tried to turn him face, didn't work out. Then they really haven't had a chance to turn him again. Now this is their chance. And so I was saying to myself, I'll bet you Kozlov is going to turn face. I'm going to tell everybody in the video, and then next week he'll take another step toward being a face. But no! Tonight he chokeslammed Regal to make himself much more face-like. So Santino got to win there. Let's see. Okay, next year, so we got like a thing with Bret Hart. Next week's Raw, 3 hours, fan choice. Hey, let's all get in front of our computers and go to the website. However, we're gonna choose. And we're just going to choose title match for John Morrison. Wheelchair match. He's injured. Did I show you this yet? This is my prototype. I've got my coffee cup over there. This is my prototype poster. While John Morrison is out on injury, ankle injury. It's very sad. I came up with this poster. And this is if you're going to be at Raw, at any televised event, you're gonna take this poster. Get well soon. You see, it's got the fuzzy cuff and the boot because that's what's broken. It's what's got to get well soon. So we'll work on that. Anyway, next again, excuse the quality of this of the video. But yeah, next week apparently we're going to pick the matches or whatever. Bret promised the night to remember. Then out comes Vince, who wishes Bret luck as the general manager. Says that it's like a storybook return to Raw, and he hopes the story has a happy ending, which is good because I think Bret and Vince, they work together so beautifully in the build-up to WrestleMania. It's nice that they're bringing back the Vince adversity for Raw. So I'm excited to see where that goes. Because it's not that I dislike Bret, but I just wasn't sure, installed as GM, if I just wasn't sure if there was a lot of excitement that could come from this, I mean, or like a sustained excitement. I thought maybe they'll keep him 5-6 weeks and then, you know, give everybody a chance to enjoy Brett a little longer, then send him on his way. But if we have a story with Vince, then we have good stuff. Yeah, let's see. Oh, Edge slams the door on Orton's shoulder, making him, did I mention that already? So Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Yeah, so The Miz really beats up, and Michael Cole. Now, tell me really what you think about this. Now, I'm really pro Michael Cole in this whole. Well, in general, I used to not like him, and I've got to say that since Jim Ross has left, I look at the talent calling the shows, and I think to myself, nobody's doing play-by-play. The only person that's really left to do it is Michael Cole. So I'm kind of warming up to Michael Cole slowly. And you know, and then I really like the stuff he's doing on NXT. I really like the kind of heel commentator bit, and the stuff with Daniel Bryan is good. So as Miz is dominating Daniel Bryan, Cole is making his little, you know, snarky remarks, until finally, let's see, there's this funny roll-around thing that they do, and the Miz gets pinned. He beats up on Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan fights back, throws the Miz into Michael Cole. It's kind of a nice moment. Then he leaves victorious. Good for that. Hey, Usos. The Usos had a nice little promo. And you know, I thought when I saw them, I thought they were Samoan. They just have that look, like they just look like they're from the line of Samoans that have come to WWE. And they are Rikishi's sons. Rikishi lives right here, or he used to. My uncle was Rikishi's doctor, I think. I'm going to have to at some point, I might make a whole video about this. Review Guy Land is a very magical place when it comes to professional wrestling. There are many connections. Many connections. One of them is very exciting. I will not tell you what the most exciting one is. You'll have to wait for that video whenever it happens. But I will say Scott Armstrong, the former referee, from around here, supposedly. Who knows for sure. Let's see. Alicia Fox is the one that's putting the hit person on Zack Ryder, not Zac Efron. That's a different Zack. Then Evan Bourne, John Cena. Evan Bourne got to be the special partner to John Cena, and everything ended happily. I'm kind of ready for Sheamus to have some kind of a shift in gimmick. I'm just not really digging the big, strong, tough guy, you know, forced to be reckoned with, etc. Just not, you know, not really, you know. So let's talk SmackDown while we're wasting time. I hope you people don't have something better to do. I really hope you want to be here listening, because I'm having time of my life. I actually thought SmackDown, brilliant show, wonderful mix of matches that were, I think I've used the word meaty before. Substantial is a good word. Good quality matches. The story stuff was there. The personae, I think that's plural of persona. The whole personality thing was there. It was just great. So CM Punk has a mask on now, which is wonderful. It extends the life of the Straight Edge Society. I thought the Straight Edge Society bit was reaching. I thought it. You know, the hump, the denouement. Is that what they call it? The peak in the story arc. I thought that they'd reached it. And I thought that if he loses to Rey Mysterio, let's just say goodbye to Straight Edge Society. Now, we haven't yet met that extra member, that guy who might be Joey Mercury, He's got a mask on, and he should have a mask on because Joey. Did you see? You saw what happened with that ladder to Joey Mercury, right? I would wear a mask too. He's better now. Anyway, so we still have the masked man. So that I guess is a clue that we have a little ways to go with the story. But Punk now, the masked man, I like it. I think it's really great. And it's been pointed out that he's been bad-mouthing Rey Mysterio for having a mask on, and now he has a mask on, and there's and the whole hair thing, his hair was the symbol that he was so great. Now that he has no hair, he's ashamed. He's ashamed that he's like his followers, which is just kind of wrong. Nevertheless, that's good. That's good stuff. I'm very happy to see that. Again. So Matt Hardy suspended. All right, we got that. Let's see. Let's see, Dolph Ziggler has gotten a shot in the arm, yet again, thank goodness, and I like Dolph a lot, but he's now in cahoots with Vicky somehow or other. She's got her eye on him. He's her latest thing, the guy that she's going, cougar, let me say this, well, let me make it quick. We're going to end this. Yeah, this will be the last thing I say. There was a match. This was for the spot in Fatal 4-Way. Match between CM Punk and Kane. Now, I'm watching this thinking to myself, they need to give Kane the title. They need to give him a title, if not the title. Why? Because Kane is not only good at what he does, he is respected, I think, by the fans, believed in by the fans. We buy him as this, this heel, this monster heel. But the problem is they trot him out as Mr. Intimidation, but he never wins anything that is, he never wins a match that matters, like the Money in the Bank ladder match. He's just, a space filler, if there's not a better, you know what I mean. So I was watching, thinking to myself, man, I would love to see Kane just grab the title at some point, just really quick, just out of nowhere, so that for the next, for the next year, next couple of years, when Kane shows up, there's actually a chance that Kane might take it. You know what I mean? It's the believability factor. When you have a guy who just loses strategically at the right times, at the big moments, then it's hard to believe that he's ever going to win. And then a match like Punk versus Kane, gee, it would be really nice if we could watch this and say, I bet Kane could win, Kane could take it. I'm going to stop now. I apologize if I've wasted too much of your time, but that's just kind of what's going on in my head, and it'll be tighter next time, and I'm going to stick to my 10-minute time limit in the future, I promise. But remember, if anybody's going to a television event, and that's all we're going to talk about right now. Ooh, NXT tomorrow night will be over, so I might do a wrap-up of NXT. That's very weird to me that the show was supposed to last at least through the summer, I think. I haven't done the math, but at least another month. But they're going to pull the plug. I'm going to predict Wade Barrett to win. And I didn't even discuss my theory that a heel was going to win NXT. My theory is that a heel is going to win NXT. My thought is NXT is going to be, or rather, they like to introduce people as heels, right? Have you noticed this? I guess it just gets the audience in that, that reacting mood. So, and and also it's a lot harder to like somebody that you don't know who it is. And so with a heel, at least we know that we're supposed to react negatively. So I said, I'll bet you heel's going to win NXT. So either Barrett or Otunga, and I think Otunga is not the one. So I'm going to say Barrett. So maybe I'll do a video tomorrow night talking about that. It'll be short. It'll be brief. But again, I appreciate your watching, if you're still watching, or even if you just watched the beginning of it and you haven't heard me say we'll talk soon, and I hope you have a good night and a good. We'll see you. Adios.